2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Season 3 Qualifiers EU. We are here on Riot Area, and we're into game number 2 of Hey, I Just Met You versus Caffiene. Now, we have swapped out the teams. Of course, Caffiene here going to be on the left, and they are down 1-0. No, they're up 1-0.
Yeah, the Caffeine's up 1-0 right now. Hey, I just met you. Tried to do some crazy things, but it didn't come out with a number. Just came out with a 0 number, which is never a good thing. You know, 1 a little bit better than 0, unless you're talking about some other things that maybe 0 is better than 1. Digress. Anyway, Hey, I Just Met You played a really good game, and Team Black played a really good game to make sure that they didn't get, well, killed. So hopefully together both teams can play it a little bit more solidly. It was a 40-minute game overall. Hey, I Just Met You, just barely losing out on that one. But here we go, the bands and picks of the second game. Kazik, Shen, Evelyn, Malphite, Leeson, Amumu? No, Zinzhou still. So Hey, I Just Met You ban out the same things while, yeah, pretty much everything that Caffiene was banning out from last game banned out too, except for the Shen.
Well, last round for the Amumu, at any rate, like, he got invaded pretty hard. The invade coming out from Hey, I Just Met You actually did not work because we had a ward in the bush. We flashed over the bush. Malphite was able to grab the smite away from the Amumu, and that just kind of really put him behind. So thankfully, because of that early game pressure, there wasn't really too much Hey, I Just Met You could actually do up against Team Black, aka Caffiene. So, yeah, no Amumu ban because I don't think he's really that much of a threat. But Malphite, definitely the Unstoppable Force is too good. And once again, we do not see a Twisted Fate ban. So I'm curious to see if we're going to be going with him for, again, like this standard EU must-pick mentality.
Maybe not per se. Do have a Jace being picked up in Ola as well. So that's pretty much going to put Caffiene / Team Black and me using Nap's Olaf in the jungle, so that's gonna be cool. Or Jace jungle, I've heard of that too. It's really interesting. I don't know if it'll totally work out for the team. Lily getting picked up as well, so that's probably going to be the support, but could be the mid Lulu. So EU doesn't really favor the mid Lulu as much if anything. So no Ezreal. Again, we see that working out for the team of Hey, I Just Met You this time. Team Black had it the last time. Let's see how they're going to be building around this. Like, I'm pretty sure I can see a Mumu pick again. Even though Mumu did fall down really hard at the first of the last game, it wasn't really indicative of his play because technically that level 1 could have gone either way.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that it kind of just did not work for Hey, I Just Met You with that invade. But either way, Jace. Could we see a Jace mid?
Possibly, or Jace top. I mean, I think was Shusei of Dragonborn that was running Jace mid in a few games during the qualifier, so it's a possibility. I feel like Jace is not going to work out though.
Yeah, maybe not. Nivea picked up.
Yeah, probably.
Though we do have a response of Fiddlesticks and Darius. Likely Darius top, but I'm curious to see if it'll be a jungle Fiddle. Definitely a few different iconic picks coming out. Like if we had a Shusei mid with a Jace, the Jace mid would clearly be a Shusei pick. Oops, yeah, I said that backwards. But yeah, Fiddlesticks jungle. I want to say somebody in the EU actually does a really good one of those, but I can't remember his name offhand.
I think Snoopy has played around with it. I don't know if Aaron actually does it in the 2 major ones, but I think it was Snoopy that's done it before, and it's good. I feel it's a really solid jungle. It's so troll when you hit the Crow Storm and just kill everything in between it. Hopefully it's a surprise party Fiddle. Yeah, it's a really cool idea. I don't think there's any other jungle picks strictly that they want to pick up because AP mid against, or AP mid Fiddle versus AP mid and Nivea wouldn't be the best of ideas. Earlier, Nivea would get smacked around just a little bit, maybe in the early go, and Nivea overall will just wreckage upon later on. And wow, we do see that Gia being picked up, and that means it is in the AP mid Fiddle, unfortunately.
Or not. We'll see if they lock into it, but right now, Narcus, who was the jungler last round?
Narcus is the jungler.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, who else would be in the jungle? The only other person would be Darius, go Aussie style.
You can do Wukong jungle as well, but it's not very effective. Both the other ones aren't very effective, right? I know, exactly. So yeah,
that's what I say to that idea.
Yeah. Alright. So yeah, Geo versus well, AP Wukong versus the AP Anivia. It's gonna be a really good Bruiser versus, well, Assassin Bruiser versus the AP control mid. Wukong mid, not a real surprise thing from season 2. And then coming into season 3, I think a lot of NA players were using Wukong mid or top a lot more overall, just because, well, Black Cleaver was really good. But I think the damage output that the armor penetration shred with the Q, and on top of that, the Cyclone really did a lot of damage. Just CC out everybody, plus I'm doing a little bit of tap damage on when they're actually in the Cyclone. So Geo gonna be playing that mid, gonna have that teleport flash for the Wukong. Gonna make some good plays probably at that bottom lane, but also as well gonna provide so much pressure for Anivia. Anivia won't be able to really handle it over at that mid.
For some reason I thought the countdown was going to jump into the game, that's why I switched scenes. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, of course we do have the spec delay, duh. Replays aside. So jungle Olaf. I mean, we have been seeing a lot of Olaf out in the EU. This is probably one of the only games without a TF banner pick. I'd have to go through my history, but it's pretty far and few between without those bans out there for TS. So Olaf, you know, able to jump right into the back line, but the only person he's really going to find there is Ezreal. I mean, Darius, we've been seeing a lot of Frozen Mallet Darius, actually. Frozen Mallet kind of brutalizer. At the same point, you know, Geo probably going to be picking up that brutalizer as well. I really don't think he's going to be an AP Wukong. I think I heard you say an AP earlier.
No, it's an 80 bruiser Wukong versus AP mid, AP Anivia mid.
Because I can't imagine it's going to be an AP Wukong. But, you know, the ganks coming in from our Fiddlesticks as well. The Fear Flash with the Drain. Dark Wind bouncing can definitely net some long-range kills. And, of course, the surprise across the wall. Could be good times, especially when you set it up with a Crescendo or the Cyclone from Wukong. Could definitely lead in some good things. But at the same time, if he kind of, you know, mistimes it or he goes in and there's miscommunication, a fiddle by himself is exactly, you know, the definition of a glass cannon. Have you seen how skinny he is? He breaks like a twig.
I mean, he is a scarecrow for a reason, right? I mean, the scarecrow doesn't really have that much backbone. Literally no bone in his body, so
he just looks mean.
Yeah. I don't even know how he moves truthfully. Like, he has these like peg legs, like in the pirate skin, and it's like, hold on, but he's made out of straw, but not, he's made out of wood too. I mean, Fiddlesticks, he's one in between a scarecrow and a man, so maybe we'll see the scare man working together from this Norcus right over here in the Fiddlesticks.
Alright, a few seconds left to go into here, guys. Once again, Hey, I Just Met You on the purple team, down 0-1 against Caffiene. Caffiene is up 1-0. I got that right?
Yes, and I was gonna notate, like, yeah, we're gonna go into the actual lane matchups and stuff while we're actually in game, probably. But the Fiddlesticks over in NA, the most known other than Zingy is Zingy, again, playing some really crazy mids or really crazy jungles with Mumu and also with Fiddlesticks. There's a guy that's in NA solo queue that was named Surprise. I don't know if he's actually named that anymore, but he would only play party, Surprise Party Fiddle. And then, yeah, it was a really interesting name. It wasn't like Surprise, just like, you know, lowercase everything else. It was just S-U-P, well, however you spell Surprise, because I don't remember right now, with like 20 E's and like all in caps letters. So when it would actually go in with all, it'd be like Surprise, and you know how it goes in, and yeah, it just does too much damage. And that's what I expect to see from Narc1. So it kind of went out today. Or Narcus.
Surprise! It's all we really need. He has the dark candy Fiddlesticks today, so fortunately no streamers and balloons, but a nice Muse-looking Sona, Bioforged areas, General Wukong. Wukong once again, Geo mid lane has himself teleport, and we've seen mid lane teleports do some really good things, like Shushe on Katarina. Katarina teleport mid Shushe has some really excellent timings, but a teleport on General Wukong, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on to see how this actually will work out for him.
I mean, it's gonna be great to get in some really good ganks, and then on top of that, you can use that decoy for that extra moment of stuff to actually engage upon. I mean, usually how Wukong goes in for kill use that decoy for the advantage, especially if you're already poked down onto the target. Go in with your Nimbus Strike and then hit that Q down with the Q, and then just on top of that, if you need to really secure the kill, hit that second one on top. So really interesting way of how you want to go about it for that Wukong. And especially with the teleport, I'm pretty sure they want to secure either bot lane more over than top lane, because Jace versus Darius is just going to be a grudge match. I mean, both of them are just going to be dealing tons and tons of damage, and we'll see if Wukong changes his mind and just goes up top and just literally roams up there. But I'm feeling like Gio's going to go camp this bottom lane, because the bottom lane is going to need a little bit of help. Plus on top of that, well, you know, 2 people instead of 1, so I mean that's kind of a bigger thing, you know, overall sense of things.
That's interesting. I actually have a replay bar on my replay.
Oh
well. Can you pause the game for a sec?
Yeah.
I actually want to get rid of that. And F and yep. Okay, should be good to go.
Okay.
So 12304.
12304. Yep.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Just needed to make sure that that got out of the way. So yeah, that looks a little better. At least there's no purple on it this round. So I'll take it. Yeah, I can't exactly get the best of replays here. I guess that was their last game too. Oops, my bad. All right. Either way, level 1 invades. You know, last round, HeyIJustMetYou actually going in for that counter on top of Malphite, did not grab it, and then the Caffiene just kind of went into the counter blue, stole it away from the Mumu, had a really terrible game. Opening. Thank you, Sona, for that. But 0-0, you know, no invades, but we do I guess we're kind of expecting the same invade to come up from the enemy team this round. That's why we're all clustered up here into this bush. This could actually work out really well for them. Are they going to change into it? Nope, they're going to go straight for it. What do you think? Are we going to see a clash here at the bush?
They could just back off too, but they should know that Jace is actually over there, and yeah, they're pinging for it. So hey, I just met you. They're probably gonna get gauge upon it, but then they're gonna probably miss Caffiene. Oh no, they're gonna get gauge upon it right when they're taking the blue.
Alright, so the Sona going to go out. There's the Dark Wind as well. Naprian going to get low. The Exhaust forcing out the flash from Olaf. Curiously, he doesn't have Ghost, but the health potions should be okay for him. But Darius in hot pursuit. No steal, it seems, going to be going down. Stun coming out on top of Narc, however. And with an Ignite, he's going to be okay for now. Another Dark Wind going to bounce. No kills, but Gio looking to go in as well. Everyone getting extremely low. Darius still chasing out that Olaf. Is Olaf actually going to go down? I wonder. Look at that position on the mini-map. Oh, he's going to get hit by the tower. He's going to get executed. Yeah, not exactly the first blood we were looking for, but Zoller able to pick up a little bit of experience from that as well. Now, the only saving grace we have here from Caffiene is that top. Jace is actually was not there. He's been farming. Darius is going to be kind of late to the party. Migzga, however, is going to get harassed out as well. And did we actually get a blue buff out of all that?
I think we did, but I don't think it's on Fiddlestick. I think it's on Wukong right now. We'll see when we do go replay it back over there or so. But I think Wukong has that blue. Hopefully he doesn't, and it's on Narcus. But if it is on Narcus, well, scumbag Wukong.
Well, hey, in the heat of the moment, grabbing it for the team, at least having it on somebody is better than having it on nobody.
That is the truth about that. And then, yeah, Olaf is going to start off on his own blue. You're going to have to take a lot of damage, actually, as well. So, don't know why the team wasn't actually helping out. Actually, Anivia was trying to play around getting that Fiddlesticks before he was backing in. So, that was just unfortunate timing. And I think it looks like the Fiddlesticks is actually having his own blue. So, he should be fine just going through the jungle and going out.
Yeah, looking at that mana, it's still kind of full. Little life draining going on as well. You can just kind of watch it there on the side. But Olaf should also have his as well. It did drop as the first kill, not exactly the first blood. Nice execute coming out. But, you know, if he didn't have that flash, he would have been first blood. It's kind of fortunate that he did go that flash, but at the same time, you don't really see flash on Olaf's really that much. You know, Ragnarok kind of gels very well with Ghost.
Yeah, and I don't understand that one as well, but then again, having Flash is very fortunate. Also on the turn though, you have Wukong with Teleport instead of Ignite. Technically, if Geo had Teleport, or since Geo had Ignite, it would have been an easy kill for Geo, and Geo would have just had a First Blood and would have been able to control this lane even more so onto this Nivea. So, spiritual thoughts, but good and bad for both teams.
Yeah.
Hindsight's 50-50. True.
50-50? Oh, I always said 20-20, like your vision. Unless your vision's 50-50, I guess.
Is 50-50 good? I don't even know. Like
50-50 should be like Superman.
We'll see if Superman can be coming out of this one. Migzai's going to be the first one targeted down. Is he going to be the first blood? It is actually Nap going to pick up the kill. Wukong coming rip down, and he's going to be able to pick up the Corki from the teleport gank.
Yeah, how did he not get hit by that axe? I don't know, but Pix are going to be slowing him down as well. There's the dash into the Q. Lots of damage, but I don't think we're going to be able to grab it. Once again, lack of that ignite. But hey, Teleport was able to get him the kill and the burst for the double. Exhaust going out. Pix come out and not going to be able to grab a kill. But Geo does have red now as well. Mid lane looks like a good gank coming out here from our Fiddles. Not going to be a kill. Good stun coming out from Anivia as well. But either way, even if we did get the kill on top of Nivea, she still has egg form, so.
Yeah, Fiddlesticks wouldn't have actually been able to kill him, but he would have done a lot of damage out of there. Probably forced out a flash. Nivea didn't even force out her flash with there, so not a big thing. The Nook, is he gonna go down? Borderlands missing offline. Sona coming back. The resustain this Nook. That was a really crazy play right there at bottom. Great job on picking up that first blood, but once the teleport came in and Nivea didn't really come back out. Oh my gosh. Corki, are you going to be able to get the kill? No, unfortunately. Ezreal just remembered that he had some other things and Arcane shifted away.
Yeah, that ward is like, alright, this is where we need that teleport, but yeah, unfortunately wrong team. But at the same time, you know, getting in there and stopping that back will delay Ezreal a little bit. And we did move around all the scoreboard. Good job, Arya. A lot of harass coming out of Geo as well. With that dash in Q, and then if he needs to, he can just clone on out. You know, it does lead to a lot of harass, and you can see from our Monkey Boy that he does have that Brutalizer.
Yeah, he's going to be about to have super strong 2-0 off of those. Could have actually got killed by the Lily, but I mean, that would have actually just skybarked a support, which wouldn't have been a bad thing. Be worth some gold right now. And Zola gonna be pushing over at top lane. While I do see Olaf trying to rotate as well. This could be a death onto Zola right now.
Oh, it could be a kill for Zola. As he's actually able to pick that one up. A lot of DPS right there, but of course he did have his 6, so the guillotine able to reset as well. Naprian going to be up here now as well. Lightning bolts come out. He is going to be able to grab the axe, but I think he's just going to farm it up. Just throw out the axe, try to get some harass, but there goes the spinning edge. We still have that guillotine as well. If we get an apprehend into the creeps and then the dunk, could be enough for a kill. We don't have that ignite though from Zolder, so he's just going to be able to chill up top. 3-1 right now for Hey I Just Met You, doing I gotta say infinitely better than the previous game for at least the early stage.
I mean, they defended / their blue buff really well. They could have got a kill over there. We do see Noikus coming over here, gets the fear off on Zeki Boy, but Zeki Boy doesn't really do anything else with that because, well, he just ignites Geo and says, well, I could have gotten you and killed right there. And did you get a pause as well?
Yep, and it reset. 1:30, 10, 11, 12.
Keep on.
So, okay.
I'm at 17 right now.
You're a little ahead. That's
yeah,
okay.
But
strange how, yeah, even through replays. Strange. Either way, moving on. Corki now has the 6 as well. We also got the True Shot Barrage there from Nanu. You can see the big missiles going out. In terms of the farm bottom lane, pretty much neck and neck. 1 death to the 2 assists, so a little bit extra gold coming out for our Ezra, and you can see that Hey I Just Met You above in terms of gold by about 600. So again, you know, early game, they're able to at least put up a little bit of pressure. They got themselves some kills, were able to defeat that gank, and they don't have an Amumu to drag them down.
Yeah, the Mumu's well, Mumu the Fiddlesticks this time is doing a pretty good job of just control that Nivea as well at mid, while they had that really crazy play over at bottom, and having the snowball happen for this mid lane Wukong / Geo's just doing a really good job now, up almost twice the creeps of this Nivea right now, plus on top of that having 2 kills. To be, it is pretty good gold advantage, almost that, let's say 700, 800 gold advantage right over there. So they're going to get some damage out there with the cleave, and then some little bit of damage on top of that. So I thought Zola was actually going to get killed because I thought Olaf was going to return or retaliate really fast, but then again, he didn't have the Ghost CS flash, so couldn't actually get there in time, and yeah. Jace can't stand alone against Darius's bleed output, plus on top of that, the damage output that you just get with Noxing Guillotine. It's like having an AP mid or a top lane with 80 damage with the steroids as well as some burn, so it's really good. Darius, just a really good champion in general, but yeah, once you get that level 6, it's really dangerous as well.
I thought we were going to have a Crow Storm in, but no, Narc's just going to have to flash on over the wall. Digi not looking so good, but it does have that wild growth ready to go. Could be a kill on top of Narc. Come on, Dig. Look for this health funnel going to be coming out, and the big missile saying, no, thank you. So they will be able to grab that kill. Yeah, that Crow Storm, I think, was going to go off, but a Whimsy came out and was able to silence him down. Wukong coming in here with the flash. The Cyclone will not be able to finish it off quite then, but yeah, he's able to pick up the kill, but the shutdown from Anivia. Did we actually grab the Anivia egg? Can't tell from here. Still no reason to stop. Migza looking a little bit out of position. I think we're just going to give that one to the double kill of Ivorzaki boy. And that should be that. So 4-4, a lot of partying in this bottom lane.
But the biggest thing for Team Black, they do get the kills on the carry, so Ivorzaki boy just doing some good job. 2-0-1 right now. 1-2-2 on the Corki, even and actually probably putting a little bit ahead of the Ezreal, who is now 0-0-2, but going to be picking up a Brutalizer. Hold on, I just said that right. He's picked up a Brutalizer. There we go with that.
Like, wait, what?
And yeah, we're gonna see him probably build up. I would say Tyr the Goddess builds like what Jace would be building right now, but then again, Jace is not building the way Jace is usually built as well. So I don't know. This game's kind of crazy, and well, I did just meet you, maybe.
Hi, I'm Jester.
Hi. I didn't call you that, so sorry. I'm sorry. What?
Why you no call me, bro?
Because I don't give you postcards because you did 2 things that are bad for me.
You don't know what those are.
I don't even remember. Yeah, exactly.
4-4, 11 minutes in. Gold pretty much even, but the top lane looking at that sneaky Narcus coming into the bush. Unfortunately for him, he was not able to get off that surprise party. Probably would have made a huge difference in the team fight. And with that death on top of Wukong, it was the rise of our Anivia. So yeah, Anivia down 50 creeps. But at the same time, she was able to grab those double kills. And she does have that tier. Definitely a little bit more normal there. Tier as well as the Catalyst. So taking up a little bit, going for that sustain. A lot of spell spam. Got to get out those blizzards for the creeps. Got to try to keep up with this Wukong, although it's a little bit of a harder road to take. Now, with double Brutalizer, as you said, you know, Jace up top, typically you would see a Brutalizer on him by now. Here comes the Crow Storm with the Flash Fear. Sorry, no Flash, just the Fear. Didn't actually have Flash up, but did relatively no damage.
Yeah, this is why I don't like Fiddlesticks as a jungler. I mean, I've been changing neighbors to jungle and stuff, but I've been thinking about it. Crow Storm's actual jump range is actually really small, so that's unfortunate. Geo gonna come in, use that Cyclone probably defensively. Crystallize Ball is gonna catch onto him. No, Geo's can still get away. No problem. Haven't burn out Flash though. No, I actually didn't burn out Flash. Just repositioned with Decoy and also on Cyclone.
Decoy, really good thing. Alright, so we saw gold for a minute there. Unfortunately, it's already been turned back. Another alt tab from Arya. Not my control here, gentlemen and ladies. Likely just gentlemen. But, yeah, that's alright. Few different items now being picked up as well. Phage for the top lane. Darius with the Dorans. Still no tier 2 boots. Actually no tier 2 boots for the bottom lane, Ezreal. But we do have a Crescendo landing on top of Dr. Quizoi. But that's a wild growth and a half. Going to be forcing out the flash there. Geo coming in with that teleport though. We don't have any mana for the reposition here on top of Dig. No flash. Does have a cleanse. Is going to avoid that True Shot Barrage, but it does not matter. 1 kill going to our monkeys. The second going to Ezreal, putting a kill on the board for himself. So again, really good convergence and really good teleports out of Geo, I gotta say.
Yeah, Geo doing a really good job just controlling this bottom lane. And again, bottom lane was going to be the one that I was going to control a little bit more because again, the damage output that you can get from this bottom lane is pretty strong. On top of that, again, 2 targets against 1 target, usual thing, blah 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 blah. So a lot of good things coming out from Geo. The other thing that's really interesting from Hey I Just Met You, picking up the Brutalizer for Ezreal is a really good kind of build just because you get that CDR, but on top of that you get damage output and the armor penetration. So those are really good things. But as a team comp in general, because you have Wukong and mid doing the same Brutalizer strat, it's going to be able to push really hard on these towers once they can kind of gain more control of the map. But it'll push really hard on these towers, and it's just because of the 80 and armor penetration that they're doing for most of everything. And this is actually something I've seen from Team Nam slash Team what are they now? Yeah, they're Team Nam, sorry. Team Reddit Nation before. Like, they pick up the 80 mid because, well, the Entanto used to play 80 carry for the team. And they just kind of keep on pushing these towers down. It's a really hard strat after 30 to 40 minutes, but if you get that in between 20 to 25 minutes and get some more towers down, that's a really fast pushing strat, and I do like it, what they're doing right now for the team of Hey I Just Met You.
6-4 right now. 800 gold difference between them. And as you said, you know, lots of pushing. We already got a tower down for Team Red, but we've also now been able to trade that out because of our Olaf. So while all that was going down south, we were able to trade out. I think both of our mids are actually down. Looking at our map, I want to say both. No?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. No? Yeah? Crazy? I just met you.
No. Curly Ray Jepsen, if you ever want to sponsor a League of Legends team, this is the team that you want to sponsor.
Yeah, pretty much. Zoller top lane has a Boots of Swiftness. Don't see that every day.
It reduces your slow damage, so that's pretty cool as well, but the slow is coming from the Undertow, and also on top of that, not the slow damage, but the slow time. Also on top of a Nevia as well, and Glowdrone from Lulu. So overall, 3 targets effectively kind of reduced a little bit more. I'm liking the kind of pick and the thought process of taking Boots of Swiftness instead of like straight out armor, armor protection with Ninja Tabby or Magic Resist from the Merc Treads.
Now, the other scary thing is that before the 20-minute mark, we have a Black Cleaver ready to go on our Wukong mid. So he does have that all finished up. After that last round of kills, 4-1-1, plus, of course, 137 creeps. He's actually leading the creep counts at this point. And if you check out his boots, he does have that Merc Treads, but more importantly, we have a Teleport Home Guard. We should totally call it Teleguard.
Maybe, and we do see Crowstorm going out. Dig is going solo. It's going to be picked up from Narcus, but Narcus is probably going to hit the trade off as I see. Yep, with the tower shot, Dizakoi going to be able to pick up the kill. On the other hand, we have another ping off. It's still Corki, really low. Nook doesn't have his True Shot Barrage up, just used it right now, and unfortunately won't be able to try to get the snipe onto Corki.
I'm totally calling it Teleguard from now on, unless it's Teleport Revive Karthus, then we're just going to call it the Phantom Lord. But 7-5.
Sorry.
No, I'll take it. Phantom Lord. And again, like the revive with the speed. Again, something that we see a lot in Dominion, just never really in Summoner's Rift. But hey, he can make it work.
Can you use Home Guard with in Dominion? Because you can't use it in Privy, unfortunately.
But the speed buff from Revive, though, you can use in Dominion. Because it's very important to get revives in competitive Dominion.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow. Home Guard. Why are you so OP? You have to calm it down just a little bit, sir. We do see a dragon take for the team of Hey I Just Met You, and they're gonna go crazy on this dragon and pretty much call it a day, if anything. But right now 7-5 on the kill score, 1k gold difference. Hey I Just Met You is pushing up right now. I feel like Hey I Just Met You is going to have a little bit more control over this game if they can keep the wards up, but the other thing is they can just keep on pushing, and there's nothing Team Black can really do other than if they can respond really quickly, getting that Nevia onto the place, but Nevia now going to go right onto Zoller.
Alright, Brazaki is going to get egged out. Zoller going to be there with Geo as well. Spinning Axe is going to be giving the kill off to Geo, however. 5-1-1, looking like a very strong Wukong at this point, as Zoller has actually tanked up a bit. He does have himself that Giant Spell. So yeah, again, Giant Spell, Phage, you know what's coming next.
Trinity Force? Checking.
We're gonna see the Frozen Mallet.
Forest. Come on. No Frozen Mallet. Trinity Forest. Come on.
It's totally Frozen Mallet.
Darius, just do damage. I don't believe in this whole being
He doesn't need to do damage. He has a guillotine. He just needs his team to bring people low and then up and down dunks all day. That's all we need.
It's looking like a game 3 is about to happen just because of the picks. Again, Alvix and he tried to get on Narcus. I don't know why he didn't two disguise him earlier, but then again, he still got the kill on there. Jace was pushing. What's up?
Style. Yeah.
Style with the 108 health points and say that's calculated.
Yep, and then you say worth it in all chat.
So good that Jace / solo queue / the community of League of Legends have changed the commodity of how teams and everybody else play / say anything, literally. There's no YOLO swag, it's all about style points and, well, baited and worth it.
Okay, 8-6, almost 20 minutes into the game. Definitely gotta say worth it. Jace actually does have that Manamune. He came out really late with it, but he actually did end up picking that up, so he's actually not too far off what we normally see, except you would expect a Brutalizer by now.
Yeah, top of the CDR, Brutalizer would have been great early, but he needed to sustain, so that's why he had fucking Ninja Tabby, Jailbreak coming in, the Home Guard coming all around that, still gonna pick up that kill on the Sona, and we're gonna see the knockups all together. Is it gonna be enough to take on Gio? Gio is gonna go get decimated in between all the goodness of that boss response. So Zizakoi picking up a kill, and now we're turning the game a little bit around for Team Black, but then again, I might want to say that everybody else responds from, hey, I just met you, and they're just gonna go, I don't think they're gonna go ham. I think they're just gonna be able to defend the turret though. Or not.
I was gonna say, I don't really see anyone there to defend at this point. 2 dead and everyone else kind of fleeing. Yeah, not exactly the best of defenses. I've seen better.
And we didn't have the minion wave, it just barely came out, so great job by the Team Black. They're gonna be pushing up for right now. Yeah, interesting to see. We do see Zilla going on Zaki Boy. Truthfully, Nivea has been really effective in this game. 2-1-2, although getting some good kills and such, but like Nivea's come in for cleanup, but most of the times, often than not, she's been pretty much out of the picture. I mean, you see it still on the CS score, 108 to 158. The Wukong / Gio has just been providing so much more, and oh my gosh, is Gio gonna catch up to another one? We'll see. Oh, Narcus coming off from the side, gonna go flash in, get that fear. Alvik is dead.
Yep, saw that come out. Look, here's the Gio actually did not hit the acceleration gate. I mean, it's a free Shirilias would have been able to catch up. But hey, Narcus there to save the day and able to pick up another kill. So 9-8, still, relatively low gold differences. 21 minutes into the game and still only about 1,000 at most gold difference. Although now we take the tower, so that's actually going to put them a little bit ahead in terms of the global. Haven't really seen too many dragons out there either. I think 2, maybe 1.
Yeah. Just 2 right now, and we do see the take over at this bottom of the second turret. Again, they have so much pushing power because you have Ezreal, and you also have Gio with this Brutalizer little comp. It's just so much damage output that you are shredding onto the turret. Again, turrets also have armor and magic resist as well, guys. And if you can shred through that even more so, it's just gonna push you even further into the game, and that's why you see here ADCs, they push a lot harder onto turrets than APs. So there you go with all that kind of goodness, because truthfully, right now, hey, I just met you. They're in a really commanding lead just because 1 or 2 little mispositions from Team Black, and it's just going to be, hey, I just met you pushing in for the win. And this is actually just concurrent from the last game as well. Like, I feel like, hey, I just met you is thinking a bit above what Team Black was doing, or Team Black is doing. And this is kind of interesting to see because Team Black was actually the ones thinking way above, and that's why they got into the MLG Summer Arena, which was with the Zuru Blaze, which kind of won out that one there.
Yeah, we will not talk about the NA performances of that MLG Arena. It did not happen. Blind bias. Yeah. The 9-8 Team Black. They are doing well here. They are technically behind a little bit, and I think you were calling a game 3 just because of picks and bans, and if you're looking at 5-2-2 on that Wukong, just kind of blows away everyone else at this point. Not only his farm, but his kills and his items. I mean, he has a bloody Warmox.
He's a little bit healthy, and he's going to be probably picking up a phage as well, so he's going to even lock down most of the people inside the Cyclone. And Wukong is such a great pick in just that instance. It's another one of those picks that you can actually pair up with Misfortune, because you get the cycle on top of everybody. Misfortune ult can just go right on top of everything that's in between that cyclone, and the double shred from that is just beautiful, beautiful stuff that you see from SK Telecom that usually use that. Strokester going in, missed up on the Sonar Flash, and Narcus is not going to be staying up alive. And might want to say that Zion's going to go out. Dizzygoy taking so much damage, and he's going to go get down by Ziller. We're going to see if the team can retreat, but Team Black is such in a bad position. Ziller has so much damage, Wukong has so much damage. We're going to see if the finish up right now. Gio going to go in, and Zakiboy is going to be the death target.
Triple kill. Oh, was there a dragon there? Who cares? We're going to push right down the mid. Or no, we're going to go straight for the Baron. That was a 4-for-0 exchange. Imagine if that flash crescendo had actually hit something. Would have been definitely a much more accelerated death rate. But that was a little unfortunate there from Migza. Either way, the rest of the team able to fill it up. And again, as I told you, Frozen Mallet Darius. That's like the thing to do on him these days. And now with that Hex Drinker, could see Mama Mortias out of him next.
I mean, 4-0-2, the Darius is doing a really good job, but everything's wow. Wow.
Almost.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, Gio has been pretty much perpetuating everything right there. That fight, although, was perpetuated by the Fiddlesticks. Narcus, you know, going in, going ham and stuff like that. But, and again, burning out a lot of things, had the Zonians ready, and made sure that when they burned out, like, everything on the Fiddlesticks, I mean, Wukong could just go right free into the team. Again, just feels like Team Black is just stepping a little bit below, and HeyIJustMetYou really abusing that kind of thought process and doing a really good job against their opponents right now.
Did he get that blue? No.
No, Quick got it.
Oh. Didn't have smite? He didn't have smite. Sad face. That's gonna hurt.
Constellation Dragon, though.
Yeah, so, well, hey, taking up that dragon, steering out that enemy blue, especially on Corki, just means missiles, missiles, missiles for the next push. Especially since they have Baron. Or, sorry, they don't have Baron. So, yeah, able to just try with the, you know, with the axes, with the big missiles, the Anivia spam, as well as the Jace with the hyper bullets. I mean, we might be able to do a decent job warding off until this Baron is actually finished up for HeyIJustMetYou. I suspect not, though.
Yeah, I don't think so either. HeyIJustMetYou, I mean, especially with the triple 80 comp that they have, they can just keep on pushing really hard. We're going to see last whisper coming out from the Ezreal. I thought a phase was coming out from the Wukong, but Gio's just going to build up to that Hexbringer, like you said, so we'll see what will come out of that pretty soon. First Mallet, they have Warden to be on top of that for the Darius, so that's going to be troublesome. And we'll see what the team of Caffiene / Black can really hold up with. I mean, we do have Warmogs and Sunfire Gate. That's the usual thing that you see from Olaf. You do see, well, Ninja Tap is not really useful, but the Seraph Embrace / the Archangel Staff going to be built up for Miss Anivia pretty soon, so that'll work out from that. We didn't see the pressure come up from the second top tier turret. We'll see if HeyIJustMetYou can bring that down.
Yeah, 13-8, no question that Caffiene is definitely on the back end here, but no Shurelya's on Natpran, and sometimes, you know, a Randuin's can go a long way just to keeping those ADCs locked down so you can get into that back line. So yeah, I mean, we do got a nice tanky Olaf, but at this point, double armor shreds with those double black cleavers. I think this is the first time we've seen a black cleaver on an Ezreal in these EU games.
Yeah, I mean, Ezreal's not known to get a black cleaver, but then again, it's actually really beneficial. CDR, you get the health, you get the damage up, but the shreds / the stacks that you can actually bring up on the Ezreal just because of how fast he attacks with your passive as well. It's just really good kind of pair up with, especially since you already do have that onto Wukong. And the only reason why they had the black cleaver on Ezreal is just because they have a black cleaver on Wukong / there's triple 80. You want to shred right through the defenses, and you don't want this game to drag out probably another 20 minutes, because if they do, then you're going to see the weaknesses of having an 80 bruiser versus the AP kind of standard team.
Well, down goes tower, going right next into the base. A little bit of a siege going on. I think we still got a Baron on top of there?
No. Yeah, a little bit. It's
okay, yeah, no, there's there. It's hard to see sometimes in this resolution. Okay, so we got, like, what, a little bit left on that Baron, a little under quarter, I think. I was trying to look at the buffs as they were going by. So a little undercourt of that Baron, that means about a, what, 45, 30, 45 seconds left?
Yeah, about probably like 15 seconds left. Slash, I think, yeah, it's almost already gone. The biggest thing right now for HeyIJustMetYou, bot lane's really pushing right her out, so that's gonna be good. Jace is gonna try to get on the sun. I don't think that was the smartest idea, so yeah, it's gonna back away. And top lane gonna get initiated upon.
So yeah, without that Baron buff, definitely a good job on trying to just stall it out. But there goes the Wild Growth and the Ragnarok as well for that Olaf. True Shot Barrage going out will not take that. Olaf could get a kill on top of Zoller here, and we will be able to get the shutdown for a Corki. Teleport coming in from Geo. He's going to jump in there with the Cyclone. I want to say, there we go, bopping him up. Getting the kill there for Narcs is the double kill through the egg on top of the Nivea. Not the best of place to get egged, but that's exactly what Geo wanted. Now Geo is going to have to go up against Naprian, but down goes the Lulu. Dick going to be there as well, but he's totally out of mana. Definitely big mana problems here for this Corki. Not able to grab the kill on top of Geo to boot, and that should be the ace, but no, Olaf got out of that skin of his teeth. Now we're just going to be taking up this tower, taking at least one inhibitor, if not the middle one as well.
If they can get the middle one as well, that'd be great, but the bottom one is in so much trouble. So Nap nearly needs to clear out some stuff. He doesn't get it feared upon, he's going to get drained upon as well. Nap's just didn't back away, just say, well, I have Warmogs, I'm pretty okay healthy as well. But the biggest thing is, Nap keeps on doing this, he's actually going to get taken down because he just got created around by 4 people. But if Nap kept on doing that, he was going to go lose out, and bottom turret right now not going to be the funnest. Geo actually getting taken out from that Nivea.
Another True Shot Barrage going out from Nanook, totally out of mana as well at this point. 17 to 10. We're still actually going to be pursuing them on, looking for the kill on top of Nanook. Not entirely sure what the directed camera was doing down there, but Iverzaki not looking like he's going to be able to win a one-on-one against Narcus. There goes the Zonias, was just going to delay the inevitable as finally gets shut down. And unfortunately, no Baron here for Caffiene to actually try to capitalize on. Zona's going to get it out. Ezreal looks like he'll be okay. I think Darius will be alright as well. He's pretty tanky at this point with a Warden's Mail to boot.
Yeah, he's going to be building up to a, well, possibly, well, we'll see Sunfire Cape maybe come out from Mr. Darius, but he's going to have that Warden's Mail, where we're going to be building out to a Random Wind's Omen, so that'll be pretty good. Dick Zoe is going to be pushing up this bottom lane, and most often, like you see with HeyIJustMetYou, the biggest problem they just had was actually they kind of out-teamed themselves. They split out 3-1-1 from the top, mid, and bottom. Although they won out the fights, then they kept on pursuing, and then they kind of just got killed off from that. But overall, HeyIJustMetYou just took another inhibitor, can be able to take out these 2 inhibitor turrets without like really any pressure, because, well, Black doesn't have any pressure on the map. It's just the middle lane might have a little bit of pressure because of the second tier metal turret, but they have no pressure on the map. I mean, their wards are getting cleared out, and I don't know what Team Black's really going to have to do about this. They're going to try to have to do this 5-man engage, but it's going to be a really bad time for them when HeyIJustMetYou, they're all ready for this.
Yeah, they're going to be starting out that Baron with that inhibitor down top as well. The longer they're out of the base, just the farther it's going to be pushing in itself. And if they do get aced out or a really bad trade, of course, a lot of damage can be done through that top lane on top of the Nexus inhibitors. But uncontested Baron going to be going down. Looks like Olaf's going to go check out that Dragon. Think it's still there just by the fact that he's not moving out of it, but still 17 to 11, we're up about 5,000 gold, and yeah, it will be that Dragon. So unfortunately we do not have a ward down there for HeyIJustMetYou, otherwise I think they'd be charging right into the mid, but they're looking to see if they're going to come check out this Baron. Unfortunately nobody is, as we did see that ward get cleared out, so kind of they just had to give it up at that point.
I mean, they took something out of it, and Constellation Dragon come into play. I don't think they're going to get Constellation Blue buff from that as well, but we'll see if the defense of Caffiene can be really good with this. Although it's not going to be like that M5 versus CLG game, because the Nivea doesn't have that Soraka to keep on infusing onto it there. Zaki Boy / Alvic can do a lot of clear just alone, especially since you do have the acceleration gate on top of Shock Blast. So a lot of good stuff that will come out from the team. They can defend pretty well, and we'll see what the team of HeyIJustMetYou will do. Are they going to split push, or are they going to keep on pushing up both top, mid, and bottom, and just kind of work out from there and just catch whenever they can? If they do, I feel like they're going to do a really good job. If they just keep on staying at this mid, they're probably just going to waste Baron yet again.
All right, so a little bit of a siege going in. Look at that Narcissus going in with that Zonia's. The surprise party going to be taking Anivia right down to the egg form, but Lulu dropping as well. And down goes Anivia to boot. And Narcissus will, however, get picked up. But Olaf not looking so healthy. Alvic going to be dropping as well. And I think that might be what we were looking for. So that surprise party over the wall. Only Corky going to be up to oppose the rest of Hey I Just Met You. But who needs an inhibitor when we already have one down? We're going to go straight in. Good apprehend. No response out of that. Corky just kind of drops out of the sky like what the Red Baron would do in World War II. And that's going to be game 22-12. And would you not believe it, Hey I Just Met You ties it up 1-1.
And this is actually the first 2-1 series that we're probably going to be seeing, and for the EU side at least. And I was about to say Red Baron falling from the sky. I didn't know he was in World War II. Maybe
it was World War I. The Red Baron is a famous pilot.
No, I thought it was a IPL faster.
Yeah, that too.